The 10 News Weather Authority, always watching and tracking for you from the JES Weather Center.
Good evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Edward Shaw. Taking a look at our national radar, you can see that Milton is preparing to take aim at Florida. Several tropical alerts in place along the Sunshine State and even up into parts of coastal Georgia and the Carolinas. Most of what we're expecting with North and South Carolina, as well as some of those areas in Georgia around Savannah, is mostly for the fact that there could be some tropical storm-like winds up in that area. Now, as for storm surge, that's going to be the big thing with this system. Category 3 by about 2 a.m. and going to cause over 12 feet of storm surge. So essentially areas along the Florida Gulf Coast absolutely going to need to be evacuating and getting away from the coast just due to how powerful this storm will be, with lots of rainfall heading across the center of it. Turning our attention to our neck of the woods, 46 tonight in Roanoke, 41 in Blacksburg, 44 in Hot Springs, 41 in Pulaski, 48 in Danville. So overall, those chilly temperatures overnight are returning to the area. You may see a few patches of frost here and there throughout the course of this week just due to how cold it's going to get overnight. So be sure you're taking care of those plants if you do need to bring them in, because that could lead to a little bit of frost overall. Now, as we head into tomorrow, though, again, more sunshine. Gotta love all the sunshine we've had over the past couple days. Getting up to about 73 by 3 to 4 p.m. and then dropping back into the 50s later on in the evening. So if you're heading out for an evening dinner tomorrow or heading out for a morning run, you might want to dress appropriately because it could get a little chilly at times. High temperatures tomorrow, again, going to be a little cooler overall. Definitely fall-like. 72 in Roanoke, 70 in Blacksburg, 66 in Hillsville, 75 in Danville, and 73 in South Boston. So those 80-degree temperatures that we've been seeing for the last few days, they're out of the picture, at least for the rest of this week. Now, for the weekend, on the other hand, we'll get back to a little bit warmer weather overall as we take a look at our overall pattern. You can see this area of cooler air really dipping into the area. That's what you're feeling today and what you're going to feel for the next couple days. But then by the time we get later on into the weekend, we're going to start to warm up a little bit. You can see some of this warmer air really coming up into our area further around the East Coast. And that's going to let us feel a little bit in the 80s, possibly Saturday and Sunday overall, as those southerly winds bring in more warm air, maybe a little bit more moisture, so it could feel a little bit more humid out. But then look at what happens next week. Next week, we have an even bigger plume of colder air come into our area, and it's really going to feel cool overall later on, starting next week. Now, again, looking at your 7-day forecast, sunny skies pretty much throughout the course of the rest of the week and into next week. Then you can see we get a little bit warmer in the Roanoke Valley for this weekend, as for everywhere else as well. And then later on, Monday and Tuesday and next week, temperatures cool down pretty significantly into the mid to possibly even low 60s.